Hi everyone, this is Shauna from shauna.plans on Instagram and here on YouTube. Yesterday's video I shared a link to Creative Fabrica because they have this $1 deal, which is insanely good deal. There is so much stuff on this website. Anyway, since then I've gotten a few questions about what to do with the stuff here and how to download it and install it and all of that. So I thought I'd just do a quick video, download some fonts, install them, maybe a Procreate brush, and just babble at you a bit. So let's start with some fonts. So it says there's 46,200 fonts. We're going to view more. I have already downloaded and installed about 100 of them. So let's see if I can find something that I don't already have. Be Loved. That one looks good. Valentine's is coming. It's kind of cute. It's got like little hearts in it. So I'm going to download. And the little pop-up's going to come and hit download. Now that's going to put it in my folders here. So now it's in my downloads folder. And the app that I absolutely love, I just found it. It's called iFont, and it lets you install the fonts super quick and easy. So I'm gonna unzip the loved folder, Be Loved folder. Now there's OTF and TTF. I don't really know what the difference is, but I think in general OTF is better. So if there's two that you can use, go with OTF. See it there. So now I'm going to open up iFont. It's a free app. I think there's you can donate a couple of dollars to them if you want. There's a link somewhere, but otherwise it's free. So we are going to import that font that I just downloaded. We're going to import the OTF one. And now it should show up in my list here. So Be Loved, and you can hit install. And then it says allow. Okay, so now you have to go to your settings. And is it general? No. Profile downloaded. Oh, look at that. It's right there. I've never noticed that before. Anyway, here's the new profile that we just installed. So I'm going to say install, and then you have to type in your code. I'm going to like cover it up here and type in my code so you can't see. Hopefully that worked. It gives you a warning. So let's say install, and done. And now we have that font. So if I were to go into GoodNotes, we would be able to find it. Here it is, Be Loved. There we go. You can see it's got the cute little heart there and the letter B. I love it. Okay, so that's quick how to install one font. Now we can go one step further. There are bundles. If I go back to the main page, there's some bundles. I did this one here, the Crafty Font Bundle. It had a bunch of really cute stuff in it. What's this one? Oh, maybe I did the Quirky and Crafty Font Bundle. So this is 41 fonts, regular $645, on sale for $7 in the bundle, or included in your $1, right? Pretty awesome. I love scripts. I love fonts that have writing as opposed to printing. And I like it when they're bold, and it looks like there's quite a few in here. So let's download that. Download. All right, so now that should be in my files. Should be. I usually sort them by date. Did I forget to hit the download? Let's try that again. Download, download, lovely font bundle. No, I've downloaded it twice. Am I blind? Or was it there the whole time and I'm just a moron? Totally possible. Anyway, so let's unzip that font. Now inside there are a whole bunch of folders. They're just loading, and you can see inside each folder it says 2 items. So there's going to be the OTF and the TTF version of the font. So with iFont, you can install batches of fonts. If they're within one folder. So I could go through and one at a time pull each of these, or I can take a minute first and go through these. So if you go select, move, download, lovely font bundle. Okay, so now I'm taking the OTF file out of each one. So you get the idea. I've done 2 of them. I don't know why it's not saving. Usually it takes you here to the last one you did. You don't have to search for it every time. I'm not going to do this whole bundle because you don't want to sit and watch me move 40 fonts. But let's do a few more here. There, see, now it's opening to the right place each time. That makes it take a minute less, a few less taps. So I'm just moving the OTF file each time into the main file. Oops. Select, select, move, move. Okay. So now these ones all just have 1 item in them, so we can delete those. And here are the fonts that I just opened. So typically, if I weren't filming, I would do that with all of these so that they're all in this folder. Then you can go to iFont, and you can see here we've got a bunch of fonts. So if you tap these 3 dots and say select, you can pick all of the fonts in one go and say open. And now you can see there's a bunch here. And you can do a quick little look, especially, I do this especially when I'm doing large batches, because sometimes you see it and you know, you just aren't going to use it and you don't want it. So I'm just looking for anything with the blue install here and just taking a look at them to see if it's a font that maybe I wouldn't actually use, because there's no point cluttering up my iPad with a whole pile of fonts I'm not going to use. So these all look good. So now I'm going to go to the top and say select, select all, and then I'm going to just install the missing. So it's going to just automatically find the ones that aren't installed yet. I can say next and allow and close. So now when we go back to settings, it says profile downloaded. So here's this new one. It's also here under profiles at the top, and we can install it. And I'm not going to bother. I'll go back and finish this after, but you type in your code and follow all the steps. So we're just going to cancel. Anyway, so you can do 1 font at a time, or you can do multiple fonts at a time. There's more you can do with grouping and everything. If you want to, let's say done. If you want to, if you find, oh, what am I trying to say here? If it turns out that that you don't want the font, you want to get rid of it, you can just swipe and delete. You can do that here, you can do that before you install it. So iFont, short story, awesome. So now let's do something from Procreate. So I'm going to search Creative Fabrica for Procreate. So it's going to bring up, there's rainbows, there's palettes. I personally don't usually purchase palettes because you can just color pick whatever you want. What's this one? It says planner stamp brushes. Oh, those look like they might be useful. Okay, so let's download that. And we'll download. You can see the little arrow is going to bounce, which means that it's downloaded. So now let's go back to our files. And now it's here in my downloads. So I'm going to unzip it, and then I get this Procreate file. So if we tap that, it takes us straight over to Procreate. I'm just going to open up a file here, and you can see I've got tons of brushes that need a bit of cleaning up. But here's what I just installed. Procreate brushes are so easy to install. This is actually really cool. So I've selected the brush, and check that out. It gives, it gives you like a template. Let's just make a new file so we can see what we're doing here. That is really cool. What a neat brush set. It's like a little feather. Good, I'm glad we found this together. Super fun. Anyway, so Procreate, so easy. Now let's talk a little bit about housekeeping. Everybody has different ways of doing things. My downloads folder is everything that I need to kind of put away. Whether I need to make a GoodNotes sticker book for it, whether I need to file it away somewhere. Ideally, this would be empty. That means I've got everything cleaned up. It's not usually. So what I usually do, I delete the folder with the fonts, full on delete. Now, I move the zip file because zip files take up less room. I move that into a folder in my iCloud Drive that I've made that I call fonts. So I'm going to move that there. And now that cleans the files up out of my downloads. And I'll do the same with these lovely font ones as well once I finished installing them. This was that second download that I did because I'm silly. Now the Procreate, same thing. I'm going to move the Procreate file into a Procreate folder on my iCloud, and I'm going to delete the install file. Oops. Oh, now I'm just going to import it a second time. So now I have two. I don't want to. Ugh. I don't know why, but I always have a hard time editing. No, I don't want this. There we go. Delete. Okay, I only want one brush. Okay, let's go back to our folders. There we go. Okay, select that and delete it because I put the zip file in my Procreate folder. Now, though that folder, so I've got my downloads, I've got all the files, like the sticker books and GoodNotes and PNG files that I've installed in a folder. These are Creative Fabrica files that I've downloaded and I haven't done anything with. So these are my font files, Procreate files. So I use all of these to save in the cloud everything. As well, I have a folder where I put my backups and my completed planners, backups. So I keep everything in my iCloud, always as a backup. Everything before I install into whatever app I'm installing it to, I save that install file. So if anything should happen, it's all in my cloud and I can quickly pull it out, and it might take a while, but I can reinstall it and get myself back up and running without losing any of these files that I've purchased. So that's the housekeeping. Let's go back one more time. And what should we look for this time? Okay, I know. My favorites. So I've favorited, nope, I've followed some of the designers on here. There's got to be a way I can see the people I followed. Okay, I don't know. Let's just go look at this. Apparently I favorited it. These are super cute. These are junk journal pages. So I've already downloaded this, and it actually tells me you already downloaded this file, but I'm just going to do it again just so I can show you. So we've downloaded it. Here it is. So this file I would keep. This file I would delete when I'm done with it, just because the zip folder is compressed and it will take up less room. So inside, there's your terms of use, some preview pages, and then here are your actual PNGs. And they're super cute. There's like a floral kind of vintage look to them. I love it. I love that style. Now, you can make yourself a sticker book in GoodNotes, but it's going to fill up your GoodNotes fast because these are designed to be printed, and printed files have a higher resolution. I think it's DPI or something. I don't know, dots per inch. I don't know. Anyway, they take up a lot of memory. So personally, I don't want to store a whole pile of clip art files in my GoodNotes. I don't want to bog it down any more than it is. So these kind of things I will organize eventually on the cloud. Let's open a GoodNotes here. So I'm going to do split screen, and I can move this over, just a quick drag, and it puts the sticker here on my page. So obviously this does not match my primary background, but there you go. You can kind of see what it is. So I would, even though I don't want a sticker book to bog down my GoodNotes, it's still going to fill it up as I use them in my spreads, which is why it's a good idea to export and compress your files like I showed in the last video, so that you don't clutter up your GoodNotes. So if you can do that every month, like by using a monthly planner instead of a full year planner, it will really help keep your GoodNotes a little bit more manageable. I think my GoodNotes file is up to almost 45 gigabytes. So it's a pretty substantial amount of stuff I've got in there. And I have to work really hard to keep it manageable so that I don't get too much lag. So I think that answers most of the questions. I'm trying to remember. Heidi, what else did we talk about? I think that's all I got for you. But you can see how it's really important just to keep everything organized, especially when you do something like sign up for Creative Fabrica and download everything, because it's all amazing and it's $1. I think the sale is still going. I'll link it again in the description. If it is still there, definitely get that $1 and stock up. Even if I've bought fonts for $5 a font, so $1 and you can have 46,200 fonts, or just a few of them. It's such a good deal. So I'll link it in the description. iFont is the font app that I totally recommend. There's a whole bunch of fun stuff there. So anyway, that's a night of rambling. I'm going to get back to my family. Hopefully that helps with any questions that I might have caused you to have with my recommendation of this Creative Fabrica site. And I will see you in a couple days when I do a plan with me. So have a great day. Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.